So I was driving my Corvette the other day, and some D-bag...
Hey, Jay?
Yeah, I'm doing a video.
I know, and I know it's about your Corvette. When are you going to do something cool with my car again?
Okay, how about I upgrade your headlights?
Okay. Is it done yet?
No, but I'll get started on it right away. Well, I guess I gotta get this done. Welcome to my garage. My name is Jason. I love making videos from right here in my garage about car stuff, general garage life, product reviews, and a whole lot more, including the occasional project on my wife's vehicle. So if you haven't already and you like that sort of thing, be sure to subscribe, like, share. You know what to do. Helps me out, lets me know I'm doing a good job, and I appreciate it a lot. I also appreciate any comments that you might want to leave, so feel free to leave them, and I'll do my best to get back to every single one of them. So I spent a lot of time upgrading the lighting in my Corvette here, and you see my other videos for LED shootouts and reviews that I've done. I kind of like them. They're kind of fun, and I learn a little bit in the process. In fact, I was an early adopter of LED headlight replacements. Gosh, I've been running them in my daily driver Jeep Grand Cherokee since, I think, 2012. And the last set I installed that I've been running currently is since 2016. My first pair that I ever tested, they were big, bulky, and got really hot despite having a huge fan on the back. And they were somewhere around, I don't remember, $50 or $100 a pair, something like that, maybe in between. And they also didn't perform very well. They had a ton of light scattering on anything that I shine the lights on. And the fan actually failed in one, which made me kind of nervous because it got pretty hot even with the fan running. So now when it came to upgrading the headlights in my wife's 2014 Buick Encore, I got on Amazon to see what was available. One thing is for sure, LED headlight bulbs have come a long way in the past couple of years, and a lot farther since they hit the market quite a few years before that. They're smaller, they're more efficient, and they've just gotten more affordable at the same time. Not to mention, they just work better. So after doing a lot of comparison and research, I picked up these bulbs right here from Auxito. I hope I'm saying that right. To check these out, and boy, was I ever impressed. Let's have a look. First thing you're going to notice, the box it comes in is pretty decent, a standard type of presentation box. Nothing's fancy, but it sure as heck does beat a foil packet that I've seen a lot of LED bulbs come in. How to get in touch with the manufacturer. If you have issues, they have a support system, which is always nice to know. And then typical installation instructions. If you know how to change a light bulb, this shouldn't be a problem, but it does explain some of the features of the bulbs, which I will also show you in just one second here. So the first thing you notice when you take this out of the box and you get it in your hands is the build quality. This is 6063 aluminum, which means it's going to be very, very good for heat dissipation. But overall, the machining and the quality of the materials is actually very, very impressive. It doesn't feel like it's hastily done or cheaply done. It feels quite high quality, to be honest with you. You'll also notice something that's missing. There is no driver box that needs to connect to this. A lot of LED bulbs, and especially HID bulbs, need a driver box or a ballast. This is built inside the unit, so you don't have to worry about locating something like that. It is truly plug and play, and that makes things so much easier. The other thing to note is that the collar allows it to be clocked, so you can get the best light output to match the factory designed halogen bulb. Speaking of that, you'll also notice that the LED chip, so this is an 1860 LED chip. It's a pretty good sized chip on each side, and that has roughly the same distance from the chip to the collar or the base as a factory halogen bulb, and that's very, very important because the reflector is designed to have the center of the light source in that location, so you're going to as closely replicate a halogen bulb design as possible, which is something that you want to do, but still have, of course, the great light output from an LED bulb. Also, the thin nature of that helps to do that as well. Previous generations of LED bulbs would push the LED chip outward, and that would also make it so it would not be optimal to the factory reflector. So just some quick details on this according to the manufacturer. This is a 20-watt bulb, 1860 chips, as I mentioned before, 4,500 lumens per bulb, and the color, the temperature is 6,000 K white. And again, this is just an impressive piece. So because of the smart design, installing this was a breeze. You install it just like any other headlight. Plug it and play, remove the old one, install the new one, plug it in, clock it if it needs to be clocked, and you're good to go. Because it doesn't have a fan on the back and it uses this heat sink, it's a lot shorter in the back, so it has no problems clearing anything like a dust cap or a tight area behind the headlight like my wife's car actually has. So what I did is I installed this on the driver's side and then left the factory incandescent bulb on the passenger side to see the difference. It's pretty impressive. Check this out. So I did a quick swap of the headlights in my wife's vehicle, and you can definitely tell on the driver's side where the new LED lights are. It's just so much brighter. And I've tried LED lights in this car before, and they just didn't work out. The cutoff wasn't right. There was a lot of hot spots. And a lot of shadows, and it just didn't work out. But these, so far, at least from a short distance on my garage door, look terrific. So I'm going to have to do some long-range testing. Well, at this point, I'm very impressed, to say the least. I don't know if you can tell from the footage. I don't know if my camera is going to pick it up, but the LED light bulb has more of a beam to it than the factory bulb, which I'm very, very surprised. It could be because these are projector style headlights that inexplicably have a halogen bulb from the factory. I believe that projector lights are better suited for things like HID, and in this case, obviously LED. It's a whiter, crisper, more efficient light. I found a building that has a nice bright white wall here in front of me, and I've got the headlights on, obviously, and I'm going to show the high beams, and then I'm going to roll up on the wall so we can see the difference between the two and see if there's any hot spots or dark spots, which it certainly doesn't look like it. In fact, it looks just as good as the factory halogens, just brighter and whiter as they need to be. So I got home and put the passenger side LED bulb in, and as you might imagine from seeing them side by side, having both LED bulbs in place of the old incandescent filament bulbs, it was, well, you know, like they say, night and day. I replaced both the low beams and the high beams, and the high beams are even more impressive. Without having a fan on the back, heat was a little bit of a concern, so I got like this infrared heat thermometer, and and I tested it, and there wasn't really any difference in heat to be concerned about. I tested actually multiple times after driving quite a bit, and it was fine so far. There is one thing that I always recommend even if you don't replace your LED bulbs, always have some backup bulbs available, especially when it comes to things like that are important, like headlights and taillights. So what I did is I took my wife's factory bulbs and I put them inside this medicine bottle with a couple of nitrile gloves, and then we can just throw that in the glove box. That way, should they fail, if they do, and even brand new bulbs can fail from the best companies, you don't have to worry about taking the chance. You can always replace them in a pinch if you needed to. But bottom line, my wife is happy, which means I'm happy. In fact, I like these so much, I bought a set for my daily driver Jeep Grand Cherokee to replace all four that I paid over $100 for just a pair of just 2 years ago. So here's the cool part. I got in touch with the manufacturer, Auxito, and told them about my results and how I was going to make this video, and they wanted me to pass a coupon code on to you. So if you want to buy the same headlights that I have, of course, you know, in the right size and style for your application, because they do have a lot of different ones. I've got this coupon code now through June 30th of 2019. That's when it expires. You can save 15% off your order by using the Amazon link and coupon code in the description of this video. So I hope this helps somebody, maybe save a few bucks and get some good LED headlights. Thanks for hanging out in the garage with me. And again, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, and I'll see you in my next video.